The following are a series of screenshots that I took as I created the user webmaster who has admin privileges. I then created the domain name and installed Apache and other programs to allow my web page to run smoothly. Finally, I obtained a certificate to allow my website to be secure. Initially, I had to create the user webmaster. I had to add webmaster to a group and also create the user itself webmaster. I then had to give the user pseudo privileges so that they could access anything and do whatever they wanted to the server. This also meant adding a password to the user. I then went over to noip.com and created and got a free DNS by the name of Fiola. I then connected this DNS to my Apache to my server using the IP address and the DNS name. I had to ensure that it would update. And in order to do so, um, in order to ensure that the IP address would update along with the DNS, I had to make sure the server had access to my account, and therefore I had to enter my email and password, and it would run regular checks to update the DNS to the correct IP. Once it had done this, I then had to check that everything was running correctly, which, as you can see in this screenshot, it was. I then had to restart the service using systemctl reload, and then enable the no IP so that it would begin running the service and connect to the DNS server and address. Then I had to install Apache, which is a free HTML developer, open source, and I installed it, as you can see. I then had to enable Apache so that it would create a directory for Apache and download the files, which then worked on my website that had been created. As you can see, this is the default Apache Ubuntu page that proves that the things I had done previously, such as installing Apache and connecting to the correct DNS, would load the page correctly. However, as you can see, it was not secure. In order to get it secure, I had to obtain a certificate, and the process is as shown. Once the module has been edited so that it would use HTTPS rather than HTTP, it granted me the correct certificate to gain security and on my website, which then allowed it to become secure. So now I have a web page with HTTPS security and a certificate with encryption.